Hey, good morning everyone. This is Gibran here from Realco Capital. I hope you're doing well this morning. So today I want to talk to you about Murooj Al Furjan. This is a community that we know really well, and we often talk about different components of it, but we haven't really done a Murooj Al Furjan video since it launched last year. And in our opinion, this is one of the best projects that has been launched and released in Dubai in this cycle. And there's lots of reasons for that, and maybe we'll cover some of that in today's video. But the first thing I want to do is just give an update to anyone who's shown interest in this community before or who has purchased here. The construction is on in a really aggressive manner, and so if you drive by the site, even the parts of the master plan which are designated for 2025 deliveries, the construction here is underway in full swing. They've removed even those satellites from the site, and this is what it looks like right now. Actually, let me share my screen with you like this. And just a couple of things to look at. If you kind of zoom into this picture, there's the metro station right there. This is an image taken by us a few months ago from one of the buildings. So if this is what the existing Furjan looks like, and you can actually make out the Murooj Al Furjan site right there. So coming back to the site, these are mainly the 4-bedroom smalls that you can see taking shapes on the 4-bedroom larges. This is where they're going to be townhouses, right? This whole area over here. So, construction's on in a big way. So because of this, there's actually been quite a lot of secondary market activity in this community since the last 6 to 9 months. And I kind of wanted to update you on that market because it's actually quite interesting. There's a lot of value for money there, and I want to use more visual tools to kind of explain that value to you, right? So that's the idea for this video. If you're really wanting to understand Murooj Al Furjan East and West, I think this image is quite useful. So the line in red is Sheikh Zayed Road. If you look along the whole entire belt of Sheikh Zayed Road, the only place you can buy a freehold villa is in those areas there in purple, right? A freehold villa or a townhouse. And the areas which are marked out in orange are currently off plan, and that's what Nakheel have been selling for the last year. And so this is a zoomed in version, and this is what Nakheel have launched, and everything that you're seeing on your screen is pretty much sold out right now. So if you kind of want to understand this area in a much more broader way, I hope this video is going to add some value to you. I think you're going to understand a few things which you might not have previously. And of course, if you want to get in touch with us, our numbers here on a few of these screens, or just hit this description box, and we would love to hear from you. So this is the master plan of Murooj Al Furjan East. And so if you look at it broken down, there's villas and townhouses. So everything you see marked out in red is where the villas are. You can see that's like pretty much 80 or 75% of the community. And then this area here is where the townhouses are. And we'll talk about that in a second. So first, let's talk about the villas. This is what they launched and sold. It's been about 13 months since the sales started. And they were sold on a payment plan where you would pay 40% during construction and 60% on handover. And so there are 3 types of properties. There's 2 types of 4 bedrooms and a 5-bedroom as well. And you can see these are what they were originally sold for by Nakheel, right? The thing to understand here is they're very modern houses. And, so even if you look at the internal finishing, you got to choose from an interior and a dark option. It's floor to ceiling windows. They've got a lot of modern elements. One of the floor plans for a 5-bedroom actually has 2 kitchens. There's 3 car parks. So there's a lot of things to love about these villas. Upon completion, they will be the most modern villas on Sheikh Zayed Road. So now if you look at the townhouses are here in this area marked here in purple. They're all 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses. The 3 bedrooms are always the middle units. The 4 bedrooms are always the corner houses. And so roughly speaking, you're looking at, when these were launched, you're looking at prices for around 2.2 million for the 4 bedroom townhouses. The 3-bedroom townhouses were between 1.65 to 1.85 million. So they were exceptional value for money, and that's why they were literally sold out in just a few minutes. And then if you look at a render of these houses, again, just like the villas, these are much more modern townhouses. And what we're going to do in this video is actually compare this supply to the ready supply and actually give you different valuations. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is actually the launch prices, but there's a very strong secondary market that's in Murooj Al Furjan East, right? And so over 6 to 9 months, I would assume probably between 25 to 40 houses at the minimum would have been traded, right? There are buyers out there that can recognize that value, right? It's not for everyone to come back and buy from the secondary market, but the buyers that can do that can recognize values, they see that, and they're willing to pay a premium to purchase here. So that activity is there, it's consistent, but it's not wild and speculative. Anyone who's buying off plan in Dubai right now, in any project, no one is buying with the intention to purchase from the developer and try to sell it within a month or two. That kind of activity ceased in the market back in 2014. So anyone who's holding is ready to hold, and with the payment plan, which you have 60% on completion, you have a holding power, and so the number of units available on the market now, as compared to say 6 months ago, is much less. Now I want to try to make this much more visual for an investor and an owner here in this area to understand what's going on. Now, if we're looking at this map and we zoom in, this whole area here is called Furjan East. Okay, and what you'll see here is there are a lot of ready houses over here. So there's already 3, 4, 5, 6 bedroom villas and 3 bedroom townhouses. So that's what you can buy here. Occupancy rate here, by the way, is like 99%. If you go out into the rental market, you're not going to find anything for most property types. So, and that's true for most villa communities. As if you're a buyer for a ready house as well, you're also going to have a few options to choose from. But we specialize in this area. So if you want to try to understand both of these kind of ready and off-plan options, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. We would love to hear from you. So now let's talk about, a couple of options here. Let's say you want to buy in a ready house here. So we can look at the Kurtaj option. And if you enter the Kurtaj market, which is this belt over here, there's not that many houses, but a 5-bedroom here would be at least around 4.8 million at the moment. It's not like these are very, very fast moving property types. They sell, once every 2-3 months. They do have longer times on market, but they're good value for money, right? So if you look at their actually built up areas, their plot sizes, currently they'll transact for say 4.8 million. There's quite a few listings where people are asking for 5 million and above. And then just further down, the same spec, the same floor plan, but with a different exterior is available, which is called the Dubai style. And over here, you're going to get these 5 bedrooms that are going to be slightly cheaper. So here we have options at an average price of around 4.5 million asking, but transactions can happen, even a bit lower. So if you're looking for some real value for money with the same exact floor plan, this is where you would look at. And the difference between Kurtaj and Dubai style has to do with a few things, but if you're ever on ground and you want to discuss that, we'd love to do that with you. If you enter the off-plan market option, Nakheel have nothing to sell right now, right? So you can buy from the secondary market, you can look at a 5-bedroom option. And so there are a few of these in the market, not that many, but there are a few. And so this is actually one of the better deals, to be honest with you. This is at 4.5 million. And so a 5-bedroom with a built up of around 4,500 square feet, a 6,100 square foot plot. This is for sale right now at 4.5 million. So let me just give you an example of how this would work, right? So to purchase this house right now, you would require 1.95 million. And then next year, there's 2 installments payable to the developer. That's total of 410,000. And then you have your final balloon payment, which is 60% of the total original price, which you'd be paying 2.5 million, right? So at that point in time, you actually have the option to get a bank finance because it would be a ready property. So why would I want to go into the off-plan market, right? So we can already tell in the difference between the look and feel of the house. This would be a newer house, a much more modern house. So that's one element. But also the off-plan market, if you kind of zoom into the Masterplan of Murooj Al Furjan, what you're going to see, this is actually a gated community. And then you can kind of see how many facilities you have built around these houses. All the houses are single row. Okay, there's no back-to-backs. Plot sizes are generous. And of course, you have a location and the payment plan and a lot of other advantages. Now, if I zoom into the ready areas, you're going to see that there's actually no pools and parks, and it is gated. So, there is a pavilion here with a club. That's what people would use. There's a few green belts here, but, that is lacking in the ready area. So you're actually getting much more value in the off-plan market. Now, of course, 5-bedroom villa is more expensive. You can also look at the 4-bedroom villa market, and this is where there's more activity. So in the 4-bedroom villa market, if you want to buy something ready right now, this is the average asking price, or 4.4 million. There's about 170 of these 4-bedroom villas that were built by Nakheel in this entire area over here. And there's very few of these houses that are available in the market. So, if you're looking at, if you enter the market right now, you're going to see about 5-6 different options. Asking prices will range between 4.3 to 4.5 million. It's a very balanced market. There's a few buyers, there's a few sellers, and transactions. And so the market's pretty much at a steady equilibrium at the moment. But if I enter the 4-bedroom market on the off-plan side, again, we're going to have those same advantages that we discussed with the other property types. And then this is how this kind of transaction will work. A 4-bedroom small, and this is great value for money. Keep in mind, with these more modern houses, don't just compare built up to built up. The modern houses have less wastage. So it looks like these older houses have a huge built up area, but And actually, there's a lot of wastages in these houses as well, to be fair. So, we sell both these kind of houses, but to kind of balance it out and try to explain the differences between the ready option and the off-plan market, we do have to compare the floor plans, of course. And so while the ready does have a bigger built-up area on paper, I think if you visit the house itself, it's not the greatest floor plan in the world. And so with these modern houses, when you have modern designs, built-up areas are smaller, but then there's less wastage as well. So this is the kind of price point you're looking at, including premiums, 3.3 to 3.5 million. Sorry, 3.4 to 3.5 million. And this is how your cash flow would work. And then, of course, you also have the 4-bedroom large option, which would cost you around 4.1 million. And again, you're looking at 4,100 built up. So these are big houses, right? 6,000 square feet, amazing floor plans. And so once again, if you would like to learn more about these kind of floor plans and the extra options available in the secondary market, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. The last property type to compare is the 3-bedroom townhouse market. Now, this is the one that's been the most in demand, right? So this is where the majority, you would say 90% of the resale activity is taking place is for the townhouses. Of course, it's a more affordable property type. Cash flow wise, it works out better for investment purposes as well. If you enter the ready market right now, and by the way, I highly encourage people to buy in the ready market as well, because we'll do the comparison right now, but these are some of the best townhouses you can buy in the Bay in terms of their built-up area, the actual livability, the floor plan utilization. These are proper houses, right? These are not tiny boxes that you'll see in a lot of the communities in the outskirts of the city. So if I look at these ready options here, this is what they kind of look like. So it's more for traditional kind of architecture. Let me just share my screen. A 3-bedroom townhouse here, it's a generous built-up. This is a large house. It's around 3,100, 3,200 square feet. And you're looking at plot size are not huge, right? It's 2,400 square feet. And these currently, a house in a decent location, will sell for between 2.55 to 2.7 million. There are not many of these on the market. And then you do have a smaller middle type option. There's less transaction of these, even though they're equal number. But these are great end user investor products as well. It's an easy 5% yield there. And I really am a big fan of these 3-bedroom townhouses. But more than these ones, I think, if you've got cash, and this is one of the best places you can put your money right now in any market, right? And so if you're looking at the 3-bedroom townhouses here, they are, of course, much more modern. They're not as big comparatively. Like if you look at a 3-bedroom here, it's a bit smaller, but they're modern, right? And so there's less wastage, different kind of floor plans to look at. Plot sizes are slightly bigger, and there's even plot size options which are 2,800 square feet for the 3 bedrooms. And so this is going to be handed over in 2024, and there's one phase which is handing over in 2025, if not earlier. And this is how your cash flow would play out. You'd be paying about $1 million right now. Next year, you're just paying around 200,000 dirhams, and then on handover, you can go to the bank, get the finance, or you can pay that balloon payment, and that works out to 1.1 million. And then the 4-bedroom townhouses is an option that doesn't exist in the ready one. And so this is one that, unfortunately, if you are a buyer right now, there's literally 1 or 2 options in the market, right? And the premiums are significant. But even with the premiums, look at the value for money. So this is one actual option that I have in one of the best locations in the community, and this is for 2.65 million, and it's not negotiable. But look at the built-ups around the same, 3,000 square feet. You have a bedroom downstairs, but look at the plot size. It's almost double of what you have in the ready, right? And so at the end of the day, you own the land, not the house. And so this is exceptional value for money. You'd be paying 1.2 million right now. Next year, you'd be paying a total of 230,000. And then on handover, you'd be paying 1.4 million. So that's amazing value. But what's happened right now in the townhouse market in Murooj East is that it's there's very low inventory. Most of the sellers have kind of exited the initial investors. There's very few options. There are a few, but not too many to pick from. And so now we're starting to see some of that activity move into Murooj Al Furjan West. And so now buyers are starting to trickle into Murooj Al Furjan West and looking for options in the secondary market there. And so values are quite closely aligned, but with Murooj Al Furjan West, the original prices that Nakheel sold them for were about 10% higher as well. So just to give you some perspective, while we're looking at this map here, this is your metro line, these are the metro stations. And here is Sheikh Zayed Road. This is Jebel Ali Village. This is one of the areas where you can potentially purchase off-plan, but there's very limited options here. And we've made a lot of content on all of these kind of communities across Furjan. So if you are finding this content useful, please do consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. The last thing that I'm going to leave you with is, one of the motivations for buying off plan right now. If you're looking at a community like Murooj Al Furjan, first of all, you're buying it for the various reasons, including location, value. Some of that I hopefully kind of explained it to you. But You know, the other way to look at the off-plan market right now, or the off-plan activity that you're seeing, is it's almost like a future contract. And maybe I'll make a video talking about exactly what that means. But so if your bet is on Dubai, right, and this area and this region, you know, and this economy, you know, moving forward, what better way to buy and hedge your money right now than as a future contract in an area like this with the developer that built the Palm Jumeirah, you know, and in such a prime location. So I think that's one of the ways to look at this investment. And of course, if you'd like to talk about this in more detail, please don't hesitate to contact us. Our number's there on the screen, or please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn as well. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.